who gets to discriminate? And where would it stop? What if it was a Jewish wedding? Okay, no, bear with me. And the floor said, I don't want to participate in that kind of religious system.
I would find another florist happily.
Yeah, okay. But once we set that kind of precedence, where will it end? And I think, you know, in the...
With them going out of business. Because everybody will find another florist. That's where it'll end.
No, that's all cute. That's all cute.
That's not cute. That's real.
No.
Why do you, the lunch counter protests against the lunch counter protests that are so famous in the civil rights movement occurred as a voluntary boycott in the early 60s, long before the civil rights movement, and it integrated. They integrated the business because of that. Capitalism discriminates against no color, no creed, and no sexuality. They want the cash.
Integration was done by force.
Yeah.
Against state government.
Most whites did not want to
you live a very comfortable life. If you're going to talk about civil rights, so, you know, let's talk about what happened for people trying to get served.
Let's make sure we're hearing
against state governments that were compelling segregation.
One second, Ben. Let's make sure we're hearing each other. What was it that, Ben, you concluded with? It was
Woolworths. That was voluntarily.
It was state governments.
What I was saying there is that state governments were the source of segregation in the first place. People who think that Jim Crow was a voluntary system in which people just decided that they wanted to segregate their businesses are incorrect. There were Jim Crow laws on the books. The law in the state of Alabama is that you needed a 7-foot-high wall in your restaurant. Okay, this idea that the government always has clean hands and that it's individuals who are the problem, and that capitalism, in the absence of government compulsion, is not the solution to discrimination, must have missed the last 50-odd years of history in this country.
Let's have the Reverend. You had something.
I think, you know, Ben, the enormous inequality in our economic system is in part because of your divine term, freedom. And to think that... okay, hey, bear with me. To think that freedom is always the answer. It's always the answer, isn't it?
Hold up. I would like to...
history, folks.
Why do you believe that government compulsion is always the answer? Read history.
You turn... Okay, Ben, this is great. I should use your trick. Because government is always the problem. It is always the problem.
Pretty much.
Frankly, friend, Jefferson created the possibility of a constitution that allowed for your religious liberties. That is not the problem.
My religious liberties, and the founders believe this, were secured by the government
was created
on behalf of
for
God.
The sake of your freedom.
It was created for the sake of my freedom, but it doesn't get to curtail my freedom.
And the government guarantees it, and if we don't have policemen, firemen, it would be chaos.
Of course that's true, but the minute that the government infringes on my freedom, it becomes irrelevant and it becomes unconstitutional, and this is... Jefferson didn't just institute a government, he rebelled against one.